We are live. How's everybody doing this day? I am doing very, very good. My name is Alan Roberts. Thank you for tuning in. So I did want to let everybody know before we get started. I did this at the end of the last one. I'm going to do it at the beginning of this one. Here is my link tree. This is how you can sign up for one-on-one coaching, daily communication, weekly video conferences. We help you adjust your lifestyle bit by bit by bit, focusing on satiation, satisfaction. I am 3 years, 4 months, 3 days since my last binge. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I will brag about that shit all goddamn day. But every day I wake up and I treat my binge eating disorder like it's alcoholism. And I take the steps every single day. I'm already on my hydration. This will mark 1.5 gallons right here. I'm killing it on that. I take my supplements. I've already got no morbidity in me. I've already got my no morbidity in me for the day. And I need to take my first dose of alchemy. Boom. No physical hunger, no sugar cravings, no food noise, none of that bullshit. No side effects. Sleeping really, really, really good. Like, no sugar cravings at all whatsoever, which for me is huge. But today we're going to talk about how Sports Illustrated changes their pronouns to joke parody, because it is a joke and it is a parody of what it used to be. In fucking sane, but let's get after it. Let's get after it. Oh, hang on. So here we go. This right here. This is the cover of Sports Illustrated. The cover. Or one of them. Now, you can think that this woman's pretty. I personally don't. Because I can't do it. Like, I can't get there, and here's why. She hurts herself every day. She hurts herself every day with food. That's never, ever, 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 ever going to be attractive. And this is with filters, with airbrushing, with they took probably thousands of pictures, and this is the best ones. These are the best ones out of thousands, likely. Like, does everybody get that? Like, this is the best picture they could find, and then they had to alter it to make it look like she's still sickly. And people will be like, oh, well, you're ugly too. You're fucking dead ass right, I am. But you know what I'm not? I'm not fat as fuck. I'm not sick. She's sickly. That is unhealthy. Low muscle mass. Way, 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 way too big of a stomach. That is visceral fat poking through. Waist to height ratio probably 0.75. BMI probably 40. That is not anything that should be applauded. That is not anything that we should put front and center in our society. It just is not. Tons of people, by the way, upset in the comments. Have you ever considered that you're the one with the fetish? Because I said this. This is what I said. I said, without emotional connection, finding her appealing is not an attraction. It's a fetish. And this fucking lunatic said, have you ever considered that you're the one with the fetish with maybe different people liking different things? If you like this, you like somebody that's hurting themselves every day. That's not normal. That's not healthy for her or you. Like, if you like, that's like thinking somebody's track marks on their arms are sexy from shooting heroin. You get that, right? This is the end result of very serious self-harm over a long period of time. It makes you a horrible person for trying to pretend she's attractive. It just does. So I agree, and his commentary is probably projecting. I'm sure she wouldn't be too devastated that a bald white guy with tribal tattoos didn't like her. She doesn't like her. Like, she doesn't like herself. And I don't understand why the white guy thing had to come in, because, like, you're white also, lady. But, and even if so what? Like, the whole, that's a whole other topic. We'll be talking about tonight, by the way, when we have the guys from Revenge of the Sith on. Like the whole white guy thing. Well, you're a white man, and you don't get a say. From what history says, I actually do. It can't both be that white people rule the fucking world, and then you think we get no say. It's stupid shit. And the white guy thing is, and the tribal tattoos. Like, I know that many people don't, but I get a lot of very interesting messages about my tattoos. So there are people that think they're ugly. There are a lot of people that think they're not. So a lot. So I'm good with that. And even if nobody else liked them besides my wife, as long as she finds them sexy, I don't give a fuck about you motherfuckers. Like, that's the beautiful part about me. Like, none of you your opinions are great. I hope you like me. If not, I don't care. Like, as long as I can pay my bills and do my shit and fucking say what I want, that's what I like. So this is just sadness, though. Like, when did we get here? I think I fucking answered this woman back with something. Yes, this is me. I said she doesn't even like herself. She hurts herself every single day by face fucking herself with enough calories to be manatee size. Self-harm is not attractive, and this woman harms herself daily. Anyone trying to downplay it or ignore it, it is also a horrible fucking person. You're a horrible fucking person. If you think that this woman is, if you're, she so brave. What is she brave about? Like, what's she brave about? She has no courage, frankly. She has no courage in standing up to food. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, this is fucking sadness. It is to think that this woman should be seen as a sex symbol. Like, come on now. I understand we're all trying to be super nice in society, but come on. Come on. And this is the best. This is the pinnacle. This is her hair professionally done, her makeup professionally done, the lighting professionally done, the time of day picked perfectly for the proper shading, thousands of pictures taken and photoshopped and filtered, and this is the best they got. Sad. That's pathetic. Pathetic. Then, of course, we get a bunch of people commenting, I don't know this woman either, neither do you. However, can we assure you she doesn't give a fuck what a bald white man with tribal tattoos thinks. I mean, maybe not, but she's going to give a fuck what gravity thinks. What I think doesn't matter. Reality, like, me stating reality is the thing. And I said she clearly doesn't give a fuck what her doctor's nature, gravity, her resting heart rate, her knees, and reality think about her gluttoning herself to deformity either. So it's just sad. It's super, super, super sad that people think that this is a fucking thing. I mean, I plan on doing a little bit of Q&A. So we can ask, you guys can start asking questions about anything. But we've got to get to the stage where we're not fucking lying to these people no more. Right? It's unattractive. It is not good for you. It is not attractive. It is not ideal for living a long time. You are going to be in a lot of pain if you're not already. This me saying these things is the nicest shit that anybody is going to hear. If the only other shit you hear is how awesome you are for that bullshit. Like, it's crazy. You shouldn't think of yourself this way. You should want more for yourself than the prison of obesity. It's fucking sadness. Totally sad. A manatee skeleton fits its body perfectly. This woman's skeleton is crushed by her body fat. That's very true. That's very true. Is there such a thing as over-exercising? Of course there is. There's overeating, there's over-exercising, there's over-hydration, there's over this, over that. But I will say this. As long as you're recovering, you're not overtraining. And the reality is, the vast majority of people that are worried about over-exercising do not have the physical capacity to over-exercise. Like, over-exercising, overreaching and I guess over-exercising is the term. I can't remember the exact term for it right now, but like, that's like when, for people like me, like where I can push it way, 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 way too far, not get enough recovery and shit like that. But if you're just walking a mile, 2, 3 a day, and if you're standing most of the time and you go to the gym for 30 minutes, as long as you're recovering, as long as you're feeling okay, you're not over exercising. And injuries are part of it. Injuries are part of it, Nikki, but not all of it. I mean, there is a certain amount of resting your central nervous system, but that's for people that normally pull heavy weight or push heavy weight or stuff like that. That can be overtraining, where you overtrain, where you try to do very serious heavy lifts multiple days in a row in a different way, and your central nervous system is just like, fuck off. So yes. Anna tried getting a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue about 2 years ago, even hired one of her photographers to take pictures of her. How would, like, to think that it's so fucked up. It's such a weird statement on society that that woman thinks that she should be fucking on the cover of any magazine. And 2 years ago? So 2 years ago, she thought she should be on the cover? Give me a second. Everybody brace yourself. Everybody brace yourself. This was 2 years ago. So she thought this should be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. This was 2 years ago. Oh, no. You motherfuckers asked for it. Look at it. Look at it. You made me look at it. Look at it. Making me deal with this shit. You guys got to fucking share in my pain. But that was 2 years ago, and she looked at that in the mirror and said, you know what would be great? If I could be on Sports Illustrated. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. I don't even need to say much more. I could just sit. She thought this should be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. That's delusion. That's insane. That's absolutely fucking insane. That's 2 years ago. So if 2 years ago she was, if 2 years ago, no, motherfuckers. No. This is on now. It's on. So it's been up for 60 seconds too long. All right. I'm just kidding. It's back. You guys made me fucking do it. So it's burned in. It might be burned into the screen. It really did. But her poor knees, everything like that. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Anyway, sorry about that. So the delusion it takes for what we just saw to think that that should be on the cover of a magazine. Like, think about this. You know what I find amazing is, like, people like her and Tess Holliday and all these people, they're like, I'm a model. I'm going to be on the cover of a magazine. And then they expect nobody to say anything negative. I got a newsflash for you. The baddest, most amazing men and women on the fucking planet. The people with the best bodies, the best hair, the best eyes, the best facial structures, the best tan, the best photoshops, the best this, the best that. With all the best everything can be on the cover of a magazine, and there's still going to be people saying, ugly. It's just the truth. That's the world we live in. It's the world we live in. You think that you're going to fucking look like this and people are not going to say something to you about your fucking size? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you think that people shouldn't, like, people are just fat phobic? No, people point out shit that they don't like, and half the time it's not that they even don't like it. They just want to get a fucking rise out of people. You know? That's the fucking long and short. This is Alan being mean. This is me being mean. You're right. God damn it. And appropriate shirt. True story. The most amazing, handsome man I ever saw was at a McDonald's restaurant in Seattle. That's funny. But this is where we're at in society, we're putting morbidly obese people on the cover of Sports Illustrated and pretending it's attractive. It's not. Stop it. Stop pretending you think it is. Oh, that's going to be bad. Woo, that's going to be bad. That's going to be bad. I'm going to have to look at it. Do I think it's too late for Amberlynn Reed? She started taking Ozempic. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. Because Ozempic could cause her... Ozempic's going to get her to lose anywhere from... She's over 500 pounds now. So she'll lose anywhere from 45 to 100 pounds on that. And she'll still be around 400 fucking pounds. And she won't change what the fuck she does. So she's going to remain fucking ginormous. And then if she goes off Ozempic, which is very high likelihood, she'll just gain all that weight back. I think it's too late for her. I think she's going to be dead soon. And I don't mean that in a mean way. It's just very a matter of factly. She's done it to herself. Like at some point, and this is something that people don't like to think about. I want everybody, and this is more serious note. I know I've been fucking around today and every day, but this is a more serious note. I want all of you, and comment in the comments section, like your thoughts on this. I want you to think about, close your eyes, and think about the last time you went to Walmart, or the last time you went to a grocery store, or the last time you were just kind of in the general population, right? Like just around a lot of people, just looking around, right? Think to yourself, how long do you think the majority of people have to live? Like when you think about how big everybody is and how poorly everybody treats their bodies and how the food we eat and how ultra processed foods are very clearly bad for us. It is time that we need to decouple our emotional attachment with people that don't want to actually get healthy. Like if you are in, put it this way, if you're in addiction recovery, right? In addiction recovery, it's very easy to get mentally connected with people and your empathy goes out and everything like that. But they're horrible, right? They lie, they steal, they cheat to get a fix. They will do anything necessary because the addiction has them. They need to change that shit. If we coddled them, if we said, oh, no, your track marks are attractive, and oh, I love how the meth has just destroyed your teeth, and oh, like if we do that shit, like that makes it so they think it's okay, and they're going to keep going, right? And I'm just thinking, like, as a safety thing for emotions, if you know somebody that's 400 pounds and they're not trying to lose weight right now, and they're like anywhere close to 30, you might want to start thinking about decoupling your emotions from that person. Because that's going to get very, very, very bad. Like 400 pounds, 300 pounds. If you're a 300-pound woman, if you know a 300-pound woman, beg her to start getting healthy, because it's the same thing as like how you have to build an emotional barrier up. If you know, like I had a friend long time ago, and he's way since passed away. And I knew he was going to drink himself to death. All of our friends knew he was going to drink himself to death. We took him to rehab ourselves personally multiple times, and we were in our mid fucking 20s, right? So back then, to go to rehab, you had to be fucked up, like fucked up, especially for alcohol. You had to be fucked up, and because that was 25, 27 years ago, right? But I think the last time I saw him, one of our buddies was taking him back to rehab, and I said, like, hey, when you get out, only call me if you don't relapse. Like, give it a week or two, and then only call me if you don't relapse. Because I had personally taken him to there a couple times, And like this man had met my parents, met my family and shit like that. This is before Crystal, by the way. He had met all the people that were important to me. I considered him a very, very, very close friend. But I was watching him kill himself. And it just wasn't good for me. So I did everything I could. I tried really, really, really hard. And if he would have called and been like, hey, I'm sober after 2 weeks, I would have been there to help him. But he never called me. And then about 3 years later, I found out that he drank himself to death. Like literally drank himself to death. Alcohol poisoned himself to death. And it's sad, but it was better for me because I knew where it was going. Like I had decoupled that sense of like, I need to fix this guy because he's my friend to, man, I wish he could have gotten his shit together because he was a good guy. But I suggest that that's what a lot of people need to do. If you know a person that is eating themselves to death, try to help them. But let them know that that's finite, right? There's only so much you're going to be able to do. They need to do it, and you're not going to hang around if they don't do it. Because that is actual motivation for them to change. Like, if they have somebody that they will lose if they don't get healthy, it's incentive to get healthy, right? So the person needs to like either pick the drug or in this case, the food over their friendships. And if they pick the food over their friendship, it's very clearly an addiction. And you can say, hey, you know, once you start doing better, I'm there to help you. But don't just hang out and watch these people. Like, don't just watch these people die. It's bad for you. Like, it drags all of society down. You know, I pretty much brought up the concept of going to a Walmart or going to the mall or something like that, because in the next 10, 20 years, there's going to be a massive culling. Like the wave of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's in young people, stroke, thrombosis, all these things, cancers skyrocketing. The amount of people that are going to lifestyle themselves to death in the next 10 to 20 years is going to be biblical. Like, it's going to be like a plague. People, and it's not a matter of possible. It's not an if. We went from having a population, so follow along with this. We went from having a population that stayed mostly lean, if not healthy weight, until normally about 30. Like 30 is when people like from my generation started to put on a few pounds because they stopped moving as much, right? But so 30, and then they start gaining 10 pounds a year, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden they hit like 250, 300 pounds. They stop, they try to lose weight, everything like that. And they wouldn't get super, super big because they would catch themselves, right? The issue, and if they did, they just died young. Like, they started getting fat when they were 30. By the time they were 60, they died. 30 years being fat. 30 years being morbidly obese. 30 years being morbidly obese is a long fucking time, right? And right now, we've got people that are approaching 30. Like the girl we talked about earlier, she's in her late 20s. She's been morbidly obese for 20 fucking years. Another 10, 20 years, 40, she's dead. Dead. And there's many people like that. Think of all the people you know that are on type 2 diabetes medications. Type 2 diabetes is avoidable and or reversible in almost all cases. Like 90% of all type 2 diabetes is reversible. Like by lifestyle change, without medication. Like shit, you can fucking take Alchemy. This right here, this has 2 ingredients in it that help reverse prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. NC2 and concentrated form of berberine. Great for blood sugar regulation, great for insulin sensitivity, to increase your sensitivity to insulin so your body is no longer insulin resistant, which is diabetes. Like, it's an amazing supplement. You can do it. But if you're not going to, you're going to die a painful death. How many people do you know that take diabetes medications that just take the medication to eat more shit? Decouple yourself from that, because that person is hurting themselves every day, every single day. Ashley, everything you're saying is so true. 3 years, 4 months sober today. You have to want it. Everybody congratulate this woman. Great motherfucking job. God damn, that's awesome, Ashley. Congratulations. You're a fucking hero to yourself. That and your family, I'm sure your friends, everybody that knows you, you're a fucking hero. You should be very fucking proud. Addiction is not easy. Conquering addiction is one of the hardest things anybody can do. And it's not conquered, I know, because like I say conquered, but anybody that deals with addiction, because the thing is, people think like, I conquered it. No, you didn't. You just have it in check. And you have to work hard to keep it in check, which is what you're doing. Great fucking job. Everybody congratulate her. Higher taxes processed food. They do it in Great Britain with sugar, and it seems to work, and makes the people ruining themselves by gluttony pay more into the healthcare system. That's not how America can work, one. And two, Britain's still fat as fuck. The obesity epidemic in Britain is going to crush the NHS. Crush it. Because they can't pay more in taxes than what they cost. Like they can't, the taxes aren't making up for it. And they're still, like, the obesity rate in Britain is not America, but it's getting up there. That's for sure. It's called detaching with love. You didn't cause his alcoholism. You cannot control it and you cannot cure it. Ultimately, it is on the person to take action. Thank you very much. Way more eloquently put than I could possibly put into words with ADHD. I appreciate you very, very much. I've had to do that with people, and each one of them has died. I tried to help them, but drugs are stronger than love sometimes. They really are. It's sad. It's sad. And this is true. You need to hit rock bottom. Boundaries help addicts, not coddling. That is what I'm saying. The problem is people just don't want to see the obesity epidemic as a result of the addiction to food. People are addicted to ultra-processed food and sugar. That's what's happening. You don't find 400 fucking pound people that are addicted to steak and broccoli. You know? Not even joking. Alan is an American equivalent of Buddha Tatavia. I'm not sure. Just saying I'm like Buddha? Huh. That's a fucking serious ass compliment, my friend. I'll fucking take it. Thank you. I have family that have type 2 diabetes and still eat awful. They have many issues but won't listen to anyone and make excuses. It's so hard when they live so far away. They have a child. Oh, that's very fucking bad that they have a child. When I was 50 pounds overweight, there were so many times I was still the thinnest person in line at the store. It's depressing. That's crazy, but it's true. No shit. Like, no shit. I meant to do this. I meant to do a video not too long ago. It's a picture of this woman sitting there. Let me see if I can find it on my fucking... Let me see if I can find it. Because it's crazy. Because it's just an incredible sign of the times. Give me 1 second. Media. Give me a sec. I can't find it. Fuck. But it's basically a picture of these women sitting at a table, right? And the one that everybody looks at, they're like, oh my God, she's huge. The fucked up thing is the other woman sitting at the table, the small woman sitting at the table, 300 fucking pounds, massively morbidly obese, just huge, and looks very like normalized because she's not 500 pounds like this fucking other person, you know? It's just, we've reached a stage in society where we have to start looking at it and being like, what the fuck is that? The fuck are you doing? You think that's attractive? Fucking get your shit together. We need to just, like, if you know fat people in your life, hey, I love you very much, get your fucking shit together. Enough of this shit. You're going to eat yourself to death. I don't want to be around for that. And then then the choice is theirs. If they're like, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want. Okay, later. And walk. Find somebody that's going to be a friend of yours for more than 10 years. Hey, Alan, doing periodic 1-day fast, 2 to 4 times a month. Any reason to take alchemy on those days, or just stick with Nomo? I would still take alchemy on those days, just to keep your blood sugar levels regulated. It might even help a little bit better. So give it a try. Give it a try on one of them. I know when I don't eat for a whole day, that I depend heavily on the supplements. I used to hate you, but I started listening to you, and I found out myself that you are telling the truth and actually helping people. Thank you very much. Thank you for being open-minded. I appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. Let's see here. All right. Oh, shit. I'm over time. I got to get running. I got shit I got to do. All right. So, people, I will be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Mark and I are going to be back with the guys from Revenge of the Cis. We are basically going to see who can offend more people tonight. You don't want to miss it. It starts the first half hour is here on YouTube, and then we move over to X, Rumble, and Spreely exclusively. I strongly suggest you just go follow me on Rumble and on X if you're looking for the links for that. They are, in fact, right here. Here's where you can watch all of it. You can even watch us on Spreely, which I love Spreely. Boom, here you go. Hope to see all of you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Our guests, The Revenge of the Sith. They're an interesting podcast from Rumble. We are basically going to see who can offend more people. Hope to see you there. Goddamn.